Hello and welcome to the Northwest Bank Studios for the Daily Clone on a Thursday. Game week isn't technically here, but it feels like it is here. Our normal Tuesday pressers before a game happen today to make life easier for the media that are traveling to Dublin, and we appreciate Iowa State for doing that. We've got so much content we'll get to over the next week leading up to the game day, but today we want to start with the Big 12 news from yesterday. Injury reports now required in football, men's and women's basketball. Football teams will be required to submit reports in the 3 days leading up to game day. Here's Matt Campbell on the rule change.
I don't even know enough about it to probably comment. So, I feel like we've always tried to do right. Whatever that looks like, we'll comply with whatever. I don't know enough about it. Matt talked to me a little bit about it this morning, but, I think that's good. It sounds like that's what college football is getting to. So, we'll roll with it. I think the reality of that is, we'll see where it goes. To me, what's the clarity of the rules? What's the clarity of happening? And you just navigate that process. I would certainly hope that whatever reasoning, I know sports gambling, all those kind of things are behind it. And if it protects our student athletes, then I'm all for it.
Fall camp isn't done yet, but today is the last time we'll talk to the team in the States. I asked Matt Campbell and all of the other players we spoke with, what's the biggest thing that they've learned about the Cyclones in fall camp?
Last time we talked, I really felt very positive about the camp that we've had, and I still feel really good about it. I thought we had a great week to finish last week. We had about maybe 124, 125 play scrimmage last Friday. We had really great competitive reps, and through that, I thought we had a great start to this week. And, all those things is still the unknown, right? I mean, we've got this football team that there's a lot of guys that played, a lot of guys that got new roles. And you've heard me say this, Travis, a million times, like until the lights come on, until you're playing for something, it's still really hard to know where your football team is and really where you're at. But the competitive spirit of this group through the consistency of camp and really since the winter, I've really appreciated how they've worked.
Resiliency, I think in the past, I think we've we're slow a little bit, getting the rust off a little bit for fall camp because, going into the season. And now that we have a great game, like a big game coming up first week, I think everybody's done a good job of leveling up their their preparation, leveling up their energy, going into practice, in the film room. Everybody's kind of like a step up from where we were last year, and I love that because we do need that. We need that extra motivation, that extra confidence to go into play a rival week one.
Our attention to detail and just our finish, that's really been 2 points that we've Coach Campbell at least has really tried to, hit the nail on the head in that point. Really getting good effort out of guys. I mean, really just control the controllables. Like we've done a really good job at that, coming off all that hype of last season, kind of just trying to silence that noise and just play our game.
We're hungry. We want it bad. We understand what it takes to get back to the Big 12 championship. We want to go to the national championship, not just the Big 12 championship. And so we're just really hungry. We understand what the goal is. We understand what we need to do to be able to get back on that big stage.
In today's day and age, a Power 5 quarterback deals with more pressure than ever. Whether it's getting paid the big bucks, dealing with endorsements and NIL, they've got a lot on their plates. Rocco Becht is no exception. He's got so many eyes on him, but stays focused on what is important to him.
My family, my parents do a good job of, handling all that stuff for me so I can really focus on what I want to focus on, whether that's my faith, the guys, the program, my friends, my family, because I don't really focus on any of that other stuff outside of here, whether that's with NIL. My dad does all that for me, so I'm not trying. He wants me to focus on what I want to focus on and what's most important to me, and then he can deal with any other extracurricular things outside of this program other than football.
Well, guys, we have officially made it to football season. The countdown is in the single digits. Finally, we are here. And the Daily Clone is only going to get better. Next week, the Northwest Bank Studios is going international. We're going to have shows from Dublin, all around Ireland, as we preview Farmageddon. From all things Avery Johnson to the Wildcats front seven, the Daily Clone is the best way to get up to speed on the biggest college football game of the season for the Iowa State Cyclones. You won't want to miss any of it, so subscribe to our YouTube channel, Cyclone Fanatic. Go to CycloneFanatic.com to see everything. Follow along on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, all of it. We have so much Iowa State content coming your way in Dublin and all season long. Thank you for supporting the Daily Clone in the Northwest Bank Studios.